Sladjana Vidovic was 16 years old and the middle child of 3 for the Vidovics. Though Sladjana was born in Croatia, her ancestors came from what is now known as Bosnia. They had relocated to Menor, Ohio from Croatia to escape oppression, and they picked the city for its rank as the top 100 American cities to live. Although Sladjana's suicide note states that the bullying she experienced at school started in elementary school, she did not experience the serious bullying there. Vidovic's teacher tried their best to help her overcome her language barriers and to participate fully in school activities. In 2005, while still a student at the junior high, Vidovic began regularly attending guidance counseling sessions. These sessions discussed their difficulties she was having making and maintaining friendships and the constant rumors that she had due to her limited interactions with male peers. In April of 2007, she was reported to have threatened suicide by a counselor at the junior high. Because of the severe bullying her daughter was experiencing, her mother asked her to transfer to a different junior high school within the district. This was a request that couldn't be granted. After starting at Menor High School in August of 2007, Sladjana was subjected to a dramatic escalation in the level of her bullying she was experiencing. Many of her classmates, including those who had been her friend before, began calling her vulgar names and making fun of her accent and Eastern European name, much as they had done at the junior high school. One of her bullies allegedly shoved Vidovic down a flight of stairs in November of 2007. He was never disciplined because of his high athletic standing in the school. Instead, the school concluded that the occurrence was accidental.
Because the parents were in there constantly telling them, and the kids were reporting it, and the security guards were reporting it. So the question is, what did they do about it?
The second incident had a girl throwing a water bottle at Sladjana's face. She also had her handbag taken and its content dumped onto a table. She also had her locker slammed into her hand at least once. The 10th grade, she saw a sharp fall in Sladjana's attendance, and it is known that she was periodically missing classes and detentions owing to the increasing bullying she had experienced at school. Vidovic's parents say that they begged the school to intervene many times. They said the school promised to take care of her. On the night of October 2nd of 2008, Sladjana tied a rope around her neck and jumped out of her bedroom window. Her body was then discovered by her older sister. Now, for more than half of Sladjana's life, she was bullied. She was in the end, or what she stated in the end of her life note, it states, despite her devotion to her family, Sladjana claimed she had never succeeded in making anybody happy, and that she couldn't believe she was doing this to herself because she couldn't wait to grow up. But I'll never be a better child, she said in her note. Although her experience with school bullying didn't become disruptive until she became a student at the Menor High School, her suicide letter highlighted the bullying she was experiencing at her high school, from the vulgar names and having lunch thrown and forcing her to dine in the toilet. 1 week before her death, Vidovic enrolled in an online school. The case of Sladjana Vidovic is significant for several reasons. First and foremost, it is a tragedy. A young girl with her whole life ahead of her took her own life because she could not bear the pain of being bullied any longer. Sladjana's family saw at her wake in October of 2008 that the bullies who attended and tormented Sladjana for months walked up to her casket and laughed. They were laughing at the way she looked. Her mother watched crying. Even though she died, they still sat there and laughed. This is a reminder of very real consequences of bullying. It is not simply name-calling or meanness. It can drive someone to despair and self-harm. Secondly, the case highlights the importance of speaking up when you see someone being bullied. Sladjana's parents repeatedly asked for help from school, but their requests were ignored. If someone had intervened sooner, perhaps Sladjana would still be alive today. Finally, this case is a reminder of the need for schools to take bullying seriously, even if it's on social media, and have policies in place to protect vulnerable children. The fact that the 5 students at Menor High School ended their lives, yes, 5, between 2005 and 2008, it's a damning indictment of these schools' failure to address the problems. Sladjana's death was preventable, and her story should serve as a wake-up call to the schools across the country.